after the rains and after the melting snow, the Willamette is very high. This is where the Marys River joins the Willamette, and it's hard to even see where the joining is because they're both so high. A lot of this water is coming from the Coast Range because there the snow is going to melt. The snow in the Cascades hasn't melted. So Marys River goes up and down a lot quicker than the rivers that come into the Willamette out of the Cascades. I was going to say previously that the river had gone up, but just on the banks and the area on the side of the banks is supposed to be wetland. But then I reached to this point, and as you can see, the bike path is flooded here. Now the water is not high up enough to get the infrastructure, just this little bike path, but it's a little bit higher than I thought it would be. This probably explains the situation best. If we look out there, those are some pretty big trees. They're pretty far out, so the water is up a lot higher than it could be, maybe up 8 or 10 feet. Normally I could walk out here and there would be a rocky shore, but still, you can see here there's a footpath, and this is just a footpath. The parking lots are up higher, so it hasn't flooded up that high. And really that's a function of, we got a lot of rain, but not quite enough, and it melted the snow, but the snow was already melting. And really, if there had been perhaps 25% more rain in a little bit of a shorter time and the snow had melted faster, where I am right now, I might be knee deep in water. Instead of this being high, well, not quite dry. And this contrasts with right now in Chehalis in Washington. The rain was a little bit more intense, the melting was a little bit faster, and there the I-5 freeway is actually underwater. So a lot of times that's why it's hard to make climate predictions, because there was a heron that just flew by. That's not why it's hard to make climate predictions. It's hard to make climate predictions or short-range weather predictions because sometimes raining 3 more hours is the difference between a flood and just a normal and healthy high water event. Well, I said that just a minute ago, but as you can see, I was kind of a liar because here, yeah, the path is flooded, but still looking across like at that house, which is on the riverbank, you can see there's still not a threat to infrastructure or property because this water is closed. I'll have to think about where to go on my walk. Might have to cut through here. So I was expecting that the Willamette would not be as high as Marys River. I'm about a mile away from where I was. But as you can see from this flooded parking lot, it is very high here. But again, still, you know, this is a parking lot next to a boat ramp. So it's not an area that this is unexpected in. Still not any serious flooding here, and it looks like the water is going to go down pretty soon. I'm on a footbridge over the Marys River again, and this is another shot of the high water. It's probably going to start going down, so this is what we have to remember it.